So why is Edmundo Hernandez, who was elected in 2024 as a member of the opposition party, not running the country right now? Because your guy put Delcy Rodriguez, a open Maduro loyalist, his vice president in...
Oh, I do love a good idiot. And this one, she's dumber than she looks. Venezuela's interim president wasn't appointed by Donald Trump. And anybody with half a brain, anybody who can read would be able to tell you this because it's a 2-second Google search. She was appointed by Venezuela's Supreme Court. So what are you suggesting, that Donald Trump should have gone in and replaced the Supreme Court and handpicked a successor? No, because she would have been crying about that too. Guys, this isn't about the truth because clearly everything that comes out of her mouth is a shameless lie. This is about pushing propaganda no matter who it hurts and no matter who they exploit. And she's doubling down on this.
I remember when we went to Iraq.
So because it didn't work in Iraq, we shouldn't have done anything. I can't tell if you're evil or just stupid, because the alternative would have been the Venezuelans continue to live under an oppressive regime, because that fits your political agenda better. You people are actually monsters.
They need to be spending money here, not in foreign conflicts that have nothing to do with us,
So what her pea brain might be too small to understand is that this is America first. See, over 8 million people have left Venezuela. That's almost 2/3 of their population. We have hundreds of thousands of people coming here illegally. Not only does this help the immigrants because they don't have to leave the home country that they love. They don't have to risk their lives being trafficked through Central and South America. But now also aren't being empowered by the extra income, these $10,000 to $20,000 that these people are paying to come here illegally. We're tackling the root issue of illegalization by fixing the country so people can stay where they love. So keeps China from getting control of oil reserves that could literally end us.
You run over and get the lube so he can bend you over real.
Ay, qué asco. Estos son los vuelos que ustedes apoyan porque los quieren aquí solamente para usar a los inmigrantes como manos de obra barata.
Greenland. Where is the government? Do you realize we don't have a government?
Oh, you
because
mean
we don't have
given all their power away.
Yeah. Yes,
they do not. But you've been very critical of Trump's attack on Venezuela, calling it a betrayal of MAGA. What are you hearing?
It is very important to stay quiet if you don't understand something. There are a lot of opinions I've seen on what just happened a few days ago. People pouring out some kind of messages on social media, especially this propaganda from the left. It is alarming. If I look back a few months ago, these people called Trump dictator. Oh, he's a king. No kings, These are the same people playing that card now. They are protecting, demonstrating, release the real dictator. It's not like they don't know that this guy is like that. They know exactly who he is. What is the essence now? Protecting him, struggling, that they should release him so he can continue what he hasn't even completed. I don't get it. You can't make this up. Like, seriously.
One of the major criticisms that I have about the mainstream media coverage of the story is the lack of Venezuelan voices on shows. And every time they show anti-Maduro posters, there's not a single Venezuelan in the crowds that they're showing. So I commend you for that, my friend. And then in terms of almost all Venezuelans elated that we got this tyrant out, I would say 99.9%. The 1% is likely Maduro's inner circle, because quite frankly, this is a man that drove our country into the ground. This is a man that terrorized hundreds of thousands of people and led to one of the biggest humanitarian crises and refugee crises in the world. And I was watching your intro in the beginning of the show about why this guy and not other bad actors around the world. Listen, the first main priorities of Trump when he took office, the main three, let's say, domestically, and of course, China, all of them go through Venezuela, if you think about it, even though Maduro and Cilia and their inner circle were not the people.
Yes, I try not to be surprised by the love, but it was not that long ago they were screaming, no kings, no kings. And yet now they are here struggling to protect the release of an actual dictator. At some point, when I look at it, Marjorie Taylor Greene went on The View. She is struggling, claiming she is American first, but at some point, going contrary to what Trump is doing. I'm someone, I don't stand for endless.
You've been very critical of Trump's attack on Venezuela, calling it a betrayal of MAGA. What are you hearing from America First voters and constituents that you talk to about what's happening in Venezuela?
It's been striking to me to see the confusion, people trying to figure out where they're supposed to land, and supposed is a key word there, supposed to land on that issue. Here's what I have to say. I served on Homeland for 3 years, and drugs killing Americans is a serious issue. Fentanyl overdose deaths in my district skyrocketed by 280%. But fentanyl was coming across the Mexico border, and that comes from Chinese chemical precursors. It wasn't Venezuela that we were ever talking about. Yeah. So I push back on the reason given is that we're taking down Maduro because Venezuela is not even in the top 10 when it comes to drugs being imported in the U.S. So you can't hold Maduro accountable and not hold Mexicans accountable, who are number one. So that doesn't work for me. Number two, we campaigned, and I went to countless Trump rallies and stood on the stage with the president and stood on the stage with other Republican candidates and said, America first, no more regime change, no more first, no more foreign intervention, enough of this. That's what America first means. And militarily invading a country in the process, arresting their leader and taking him out, and then claiming this is for the Venezuelan people and saying all the charges and turning around, and literally every single statement is about Venezuelan oil and how it belongs to America, which I don't quite understand that. I believe it belongs to Venezuela. It's not working. And that entire narrative is not working for most people who are saying, wait a minute, I thought MAGA was America first. I thought we voted to put the American people first. And that's where I stand.
Yes, throughout, Trump foreign policies trigger majority law Greene. I have seen a lot coming from her. Since the day Trump called her out, started saying, oh, she's not American first, things has never really been the same. It is crazy. This lady is having an agenda. I don't know what she's actually planning to do in the future, struggling to be different. She's forgetting that people already have her record. Yeah. This is the second time Majority Leader has appeared on The View since they started. That should already signal something into you. Looking at what is happening in Venezuela, I don't want to claim like I know alone. I'm just reporting.
Where is the government? Why aren't they doing their job? And let me tell you, I feel like, you know, he hinted yesterday. He says he was joking, but he hinted yesterday that maybe there won't be midterms.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Now, you know, we're in it already. Okay, we're not heading into it. We're in the dung right now. Okay, we're in it. So we really need to be paying attention to who we've given power to. And if the people we've given power to, whoever you vote for, if the person you've given power to doesn't give a damn about you, get them out.
Yeah.
It is actually laughable when I see these people rant like this. When Joe was there, we don't even see him for weeks. No press conference, nothing. Trump is there actively working every single day to keep the country safe. But Whoopi is sitting here telling us that we don't have a government. Oh, get him out. Okay, Whoopi, get up here and go and get him out. Crazy, right? Calculating The View can't even stop to amaze me sometimes. I don't want to make the video long. I think I'm going to end here. Please share out the video. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clips, that is for the white algorithm.
Plot of the movie Wag the Dog. So he attacks a smaller country to distract us.
It's interesting. It was almost a near-death experience.
Wait to get back on the air tomorrow night to talk about them. Thank you, everyone. I'm a little in shock about that.
Maduro.
Let your hatred and sit this one out.
Well, these guys are paid. They're so organized. I mean, it's less than even 24 hours. They got hundreds of signs made. It's almost like they have a print shop in the back of their
Venezuela, and we
100. And there you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get the. Well, I want to see them get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
So you and your husband were friends with Rob and Michelle Reiner, and
everybody knew that wasn't true.
A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on zone. In one interview, she said,
We should have said nothing.
The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy, where the food supply hasn't been messed with. You know, there's no GMO stuff allowed. So the grain in the pasta is great.
What strikes me is, first of all, it's extreme.